Hi you guys, good morning. Just want to share quickly with you guys on some of the mistakes that I've made when I first start out as a real estate investor. And the number one is that I should have started out wholesaling, not fix and flip. That's probably one of my biggest regret is that I believe that everything happened for a reason. I got into the whole fix and flip for a reason, so I believe that. But if I were to go back, I would have started out wholesaling, not fix and flip, and that was one of my my mistake. I've ran into so many problems and so many issues that kind of hold me back a little bit. That kind of hold me back, and it really slows me down. Where I felt like if I would start out to wholesale and learn that and master that, I would have got a lot further than where I am today. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. And you know what? I just glad that it did. It taught me. I learned a boatload when I was doing fix and flip that I didn't even know anything about houses, right? So for me now, I can go back and I can, if I run into a piece of property where if I want to flip it, fix and flip it, I can, because I know, I kind of know the in and the outs of it. I kind of know the stage of the constructions, who comes in, and etc. And I kind of roughly knows the price of it, of what it's going to cost to fix or repair stuff. Okay. But that was we're talking about mistakes, so that's probably one of the mistakes. If I were to go back, I would have started focusing on just mastering and learn how to wholesale and do it virtually, okay? Number two, unorganized. I was so unorganized because life was hectic because, I was, because of the whole fix and flip, I was so unorganized. The money going in and out, I couldn't keep track of it, and it was crazy. Where is it? I don't have, hold on a second. And, sorry about that, you guys. And this is what I use to keep all of the seller's leads. And as you guys can see, my chicken scratch, I scribble so much stuff on here, and I have a ton of these, you guys. I didn't know about Podio. Right at the time, I didn't know about Podio, or maybe there's other platform that you can use to organize your seller leads so when the seller calls in, you have it on your computer, so you can go wherever you can pull up and things like that. So it tracks it track the seller's leads, and also to places where you can put your cash buyer in, etc. But yeah. I was so unorganized. I was going around, with one of these, and I got a ton of these, you guys, and I lost track of who to follow up, who calls, who follow up, what did I talk to them about, what they're asking price, because I scribble everywhere. Number three was I don't have a good script. Number three was I didn't have a good script. I lost so many deals because I didn't have a good script. I didn't know how to. I didn't know what kind of question to ask. I didn't know how to close the deal. All right, I didn't know how to close it. I would go out and meet seller. Right, I was talking on the phone with them a little bit. I would go out there and meet up with them, and I would spend like half an hour with them, or an hour and a half, and I should have gotten a price over the phone, kind of where they're at, and then saying, hey, when I come out there, if we agreed on it, could you, are you ready to execute, right? So I didn't know those kind of questions to ask. I would go out there and meet up with them, So basically, I talked to them on the phone. Even if the price doesn't sound close enough or anything like that, I still would go out there and meet with them and try to negotiate in person, thinking that it would be better. And I would go out there and spend so much time, and they would say, things like, oh, I'm going to think about it. Oh, I want to talk to my friend, or I want to talk to my family. And I would go home with no contract because I didn't know how to close. I didn't have a good script and didn't know how to close the deal. All right. So that was number three. Number four is I didn't plan on my marketing, which means, like I was sharing with you guys, I would, take all the money, send it out the first of the month, right? I sent it out all at once. I didn't schedule my marketing. I didn't plan it out per week, which I should have done, because I sent it out and then I'll get a bunch of call comes in, and it was so overwhelmed with all those calls that I couldn't, like I was going around with one of these guys. So I couldn't, I wasn't able to keep track of everything. I wasn't able to return all the calls. I wasn't able to follow up with them, set a follow-up system, anything like that. So yeah, I should have planned out my marketing. So instead of sending out all at one time, the first of the month, I'll get call comes in so much for 2 weeks, and then it die downs for 2-3 weeks until I send out my next marketing. So yeah, if I were to go back, I would have planned out my marketing where it comes out per week, not once a month. Okay, doesn't matter what your budget is. Well, I shouldn't say that, because maybe for some of you guys, your budget is very little, like $100 a month. So maybe you just send all at once. But if you have a $500, or I would say if you have $1,000 budget, I would break it down 4 weeks. All right, so that way you can send out your marketing consistently. Even if you're getting 1 or 2 calls comes in, you're able to handle those calls. You're able to handle those calls and spend time with them on the phone and asking the right questions. Okay, so yeah, where am I at? So number 5 is hopefully I'm on the right number here. Number 5 is that I didn't know how to. When I get into an agreement with the seller, I always think that you have to close very, very quickly, right? You have to close very quickly to be able to get a good discount on the property, to be able to get that deal, right? To be able to get that deal, you got to close very quickly. Well, I lost so many deals because I first started out, I didn't have a good buyer's list and a bunch of stuff going through my head, where I'll be like, I'm thinking that I got to talk to the seller, where I have to close in 15 days or 20 days or 10 days. And, all these things like, I say, well, I won't have enough time to find the buyers, and I don't want it to buy the property, right? And so I was like all worried. So I was so scared that I let some of the deal go, because I just felt like I wasn't able to find that buyer quick enough. So I didn't want to lock it down, or there was occasion where I lock it down and I said, hey, give me like 5 days, 5 days inspection on it. And even sometime, because at that time my buyer's list was so small that even that time, and I didn't know a whole bunch of different ways to market the property. So after that, it goes expire and I lose the deal. I didn't know that you can still get a good deal. It's just being able to talk to the seller on the phone. Most of them are okay with closing within the next 30 to 40 days. That is fast for them, all right? For majority of the seller, that is an average, decent, okay time frame. 30 days, 30 to 45 days, okay? Now that we talk to seller, even the one that's really motivated, that say I'm tired of the property, I want to get rid of it, I want it to close quickly, we're able to tell them, hey, would closing within the next 30 to 45 days okay with them? They said yes. We're saying 30 to 45 days or sooner. We're going to do our best. Like I said, I didn't have a good script to be able to talk to them about that and saying, hey, you know what, obviously our goal is to close as quickly as possible, but that's kind of the time frame that we need just to schedule our guys or contractor in place, because everyone is very busy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you can get a good deal and you can tie the property up for a very long time, because that is the goal. You want to tie it up as long as possible, so you have the time to go out there and find your buyers, market it, try to find a good buyer for that property that will pay you the most for it, okay? And also too is once I tie that property up, let's just say for 30 days, I did not know that if you get a buyer comes in that wants the property, I didn't know that you can tell that buyers, hey, you know what, I want you to close in 7 or 10 days, or how fast can you close? Because I keep on thinking that, well, if I have a closing date with the seller for 30 days, then the seller, if the buyer comes in and he's happy, he wants to move forward, I didn't know. So I think that, okay, well, I have to set that assignment contract up with the buyer to close on that exact same day as agree with the seller. I did not know that you can close you know, pretty much anytime the buyer's ready, you just have to let the seller know. I didn't know that. So I had it to kind of wait, right? I had it to kind of wait, and a lot of times where between that wait period, you know, things happens, you know, buyers find something new, or or buyer got into an issue with, you know, sometime maybe a marriage issue, because you guys, things don't close and you don't get that paycheck, and that's when the deal is solid until it's done, is when you get that paycheck in your hand. So yeah, you know, having them drop them non-refundable, yes, that's great, but also too, you want that reputation. You want things to close, right? You want things to close, so that way you can build up your reputations, so that way the seller pass on, hey, you know, we did a deal with them, it closed, right? So you want that. So I didn't know to tell the buyers, hey, you know what, we can, okay, if you're ready to close in 10 days, let's set the assignment agreement to close in 10 days, even though I have an agreement with the seller to close in the next 45 days, all right? So yeah, so anyways, you guys, that are some of the mistakes that that I've made when I first started out investing in real estate. I just want to share that with you guys. There's probably plenty of more mistakes, but those are probably some of the ones that that impact me the most. All right, you guys. So anyways, I just want to share that quickly with you guys. I hope you guys are having a great day. And as always, you guys, drop me a comment. Let me know. Ask me a question. Let me know where you're at, what you need help with, and I'll do my best I can to deliver the right answer for you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, right? Hit that subscribe button. Let me share and teach you guys everything about wholesaling houses, getting you guys going out there, crushing it, dominating your market, all right, or whatever market that you're in. And if you like my video, you guys, give me a thumbs up. As always, you guys, thank you so much to everyone that have subscribed. I truly appreciate you guys that, and I really hope to really grow the channel, because, you know, I really want to be able to reach out and just help as many people as possible, and steer them right down the right path and get them to wholesaling. You know, I'm hoping to convert those one that does a couple, you know, 1 or 2 flip a year, or having stress or anxiety on the whole fix and flip. I want to take those people and saying, hey, try out wholesaling. It's the best thing it's the best thing that you could have do. All right. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much. I'm not taking any more of you guys' time. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.